You're listening to the M.O.A. broadcast with Sam Wilson. Will you make it out alive? All right, we are back, and we are ready to get to it. Now, before the break, we were talking about different types of fire starters. One of everybody's favorite topics for discussion about the backwoods, starting a fire. Not the illegal kind, the legal kind. I'll bring it up in a future episode, but there was recently a hiker, I think it was in Arizona or somewhere in the Southwest, that they got lost for several days, and they were able to start a fire to signal for their rescue, but they wound up burning down a chunk of the forest as well, and they actually caught charges over that. It was a pretty big mess, but we'll do that on the time. This is for controlled, legal, safe fires while you're camping, backpacking, or for survival. So, what are some different types of tools? Well, if you're able to use the video version of this broadcast, again, that'll be available through Patreon page, Patreon. If you look us up there, Sam Wilson or Gear Convoy, you can get the video there. You can find the link for it on our website at www.gearconvoy.com, and you can get all kinds of information about what we're doing there and see the demonstrations here. Up first, probably the most common form of starting a fire. Let's see, did I bring out here we go. Just a regular old Bic lighter. Nothing fancy here. The thing is, Bic lighters are, and there are other brands, and I don't get paid or endorsed by Bic, let me tell you that, but I have had the best success along with a lot of other people over the years. Many have had the best success with the regular old Bic. These are nice because you can get them at gas stations, really cheap. You can get the full size. You can get the smaller size. If you're going to use one of these little, butane lighters as your primary method of starting a fire in the backwoods, do yourself a favor and get a couple of them. It's best to just put one or two or three in various parts of your gear, one in your backpack, one or two on your person, and I usually keep a small one, a spare one, in a Ziploc bag somewhere in my fire kit, which is a separate kit all its own, in my backpacking and hiking gear. Fire is very important. As we talked about, exposure gets a lot of people. All it takes is deviating your core temperature a little bit, and it's lights out. So anyway, the other good thing about a Bic is even after they run out of fuel, they still will spark. And if you have properly prepared tinder, you can still get a fire going that way. We also sell and provide really good tinder at gearconvoy.com. You can get them elsewhere as well. The Tinder Quick Tabs. There we go. It looks like this. It's a small, I don't know exactly if it's cotton or some similar type of fiber, and it's impregnated with some sort of chemical, probably a petroleum distillate or some sort of petroleum product that makes it more flammable. But the bottom line is, if we take a lighter here, and boom, just like that, you got yourself a fire going. Well, that'll burn pretty good for about, 1.5 to 3 minutes, depending on your environment. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. What I usually do is I cut them in half, because a half of one is more than you really need in most cases if you've prepared your tinder. Okay, and just while we're on that subject, what does properly prepared tinder look like? If you've never made a feather stick, this is one of the easiest and most common ways to produce good tinder in the backwoods. Okay, this is a piece of wood here. Again, if you're watching the video version, you can see. If you're not and you're experienced in the backwoods, you probably know what a feather stick looks like. But you can see the wood has been shaved with a knife. All you really do. This is one of our knives, a Packlight, small hollow handle survival knife made in the U.S. Very proud of these. And you just shave the wood like that, and you make these curls. Okay, so for the curls to be going that way, I would have been cutting like this. I eventually cut the top off of that piece of wood. But what happens is, I'm not going to light it on fire because I'm going to use this for demonstration purposes and other videos, but a Bic or a match or even a ferro rod will easily catch tinder that's like this on fire. The other reason this is particularly valuable is you will strip off the bark or even take a piece of wood and split it down the middle or into quarters so that you can access the drier wood on the inside.